blogger boy. Your mother and sister, them love me. Hear that? Furthermore, brother, I'm not I'd say you. I can't sue you. I never sue you. Show the After Rygin King of his disaster performance, he come out and disrespect the bloggers because the bloggers spreading the truth and he don't like the truth because really and truly, his show was a total flop and he didn't like that and he didn't want the bloggers to spread the proper news and coming out to disrespect bloggers. But I want to say I must say about this situation, bloggers. I will not make Rygin come and disrespect you. I will be the biggest defender of all time. So Rygin King know what they're doing because these bloggers are not some little dunce idiot or some little giggy laughing idiot persons. You can come and step over because the bloggers are very sensitive persons, are educated persons who you cannot disrespect, and they are not reckonably, as you stated with your words. We are not reckonably, so you know what they're doing. Rygin King, I wanted to tell you this: you need to put back your career on track because really and truly, when your career push started, you're one of the better artists where they say they're gonna come and take over. But where are you now? I think you failed the test for the 2 to 3 year period that they say when artists come out and make their name, and I don't see in that category right now to be one of the top man in the game. So Rygin King, what you doing? Why are you trying to disrespect the bloggers after the bloggers spreading the truth? As you can see, the black down clearly, it was 2 different events, and one of the events was totally a flop, and it was a shame. Quickly, you see the camera, he went off stage and said he's ready, and in my sense, I can see that when he said ready, he wanted to leave the event because after the party was a flop, with exact count with 9 persons in the party, my own eyes, it could be, it must be a case that Rygin was so frustrated with no audience to perform, to get a feedback from the crowd, he had to take the decision to go home. But from Rygin King come to the event, he should know that if there was 9 really fans there, why would you perform? I think he should save his pride for this, but I think he writes it off. Probably is not as much money in his pocket or in his bank account, so maybe he want these changes to make up, to get some money back in his account. You know, artist thing going on. This moment you have a lot of money, next moment you don't. But I think Rygin King say he's one of the most artist DJs, and if he's such a hot DJ, and he can't make it to a stage show and pull out at least a couple hundreds of fans, any promoter see is this, they will not want to book Rygin King because Rygin King is not the proud colour, I should say, whatever I should say, proud colour or whatever. Yeah man, but Rygin King is definitely one of the most person can pull the most crowd. And he was hyping up that he's an artist and whatever. That is a prime example of how you cannot use hype in a country or a particular community to say you're the hottest thing. But Rygin King is a very good artist, and I must say that about Rygin King. He have a few hits, and you must give him that credit. But not only that, Rygin King was one of the most best DJ from the Mobley side, and they must give him that credit as well. But Rygin King, you need to promote yourself and try to get back on track with all those songs that you come in prominence with. I think those songs were some bangers, to honestly speaking. You know what I mean? So I think you need to go back to the joint tables and try to get a hype off the bloggers, because the bloggers are a person that they can put a career on track, and you know that you should respect them, and we will give you back a fair amount of respect. But if you don't respect the bloggers, the big defender will not defend you, will not even acknowledge you, you know what I mean? So you need to come and apologize to the bloggers and stop calling the bloggers blogger boys, because the bloggers is not a boy, and they're even bigger than you in some sense. You know, you need to know what they're doing. Rygin King, the Trinidad people seems like they didn't come out to see you. Probably a hurricane was coming and they had to stay home to stop the evacuation of any flooding or anything of that or any magnitude, or there was another stage show keeping, or they didn't want to see you at that current moment, you know what I mean? Probably the country was in a different kind of mood not to see Rygin King at that day. But I want to must say, Rygin King, you can definitely perform and the people would love you on the next day, but this day wasn't your best day. And I think you make history with this performance. The exact count was 9, and I think I want to go in the history book one of the worst performance and crowd pulling in the history of dancehall. And you have that record, and I think you need to clean up that record and try to set some better record. But that record is one of the worst things you can ever think about in dancehall. And Rygin King, don't try to disrespect the bloggers and feel like the bloggers will come and sit back and lay back and don't come and talk about where we are. And don't come and say these your mothers and sisters love you, because you don't even know what is love.
You know what I mean? Because as you can see clearly, no one love you. You know what I mean? So you need to know what they're doing, Rygin King. But not only that, Rygin King, I think you need to come to the bloggers and inbox them and tell them, sorry, personally, or you come in our next video on Instagram and tell the bloggers, I'm very, very sorry about this whole situation, because as you can see clearly, you're trying to get a little hype, or I don't know what you're trying to do, but it is clear that you had a flop. And down in Trinidad, a lot of Jamaicans are done there as well. So I know if there was a real true performance or true crowd puller, they would surely come out. Well, only why 9 coming to the show? You know, the show is a very, very nice show, but there was a 2 show in the country that night, and as I can clearly know, the fans and the patrons was going to the next show. So I think only a few, 9 out of the whole of your pulling powers came to the party, and it was totally frustrated. But I see a reason why for frustration and trying to come at the bloggers for telling the truth, because anyone would be in this moment and feeling bad. You know what I mean? But I think you should put pride first. No matter you love the music, I think you should step aside and speak to the promoter and tell the promoter, say, this don't look good on my side. So I would love to withdraw from the show, because I can't perform in front of 9 set of people. I mean 9 single fan members. As you can see, the party was going on, and there was only 1 table as I counted, and they had liquors, and you can see that they were having a little vibe, but the energy wasn't up, and you can see that on their face that they're ready to go home, but they were vibing for a few more minutes, you know what I mean? But Rygin King is a very, very good artist, you know what I mean? So Rygin King, you need to continue to put in the work, because the work is always good enough for the people, you know what I mean? And you continue to put in the work, the people can always love you. And the love is always coming from all different angles. But left me to wonder if you take the wrong route since lately, because after this year, 2019 started, we have not heard it from you. Where you been hiding? Where you go? Because remember now, Rygin King, you drop a lot of songs, but the song them now go become a hit. Them now be a hit. Why is not a hit? I need you, Rygin King, to tell me why your songs are not a hit. Because the bloggers are reviewing your song, and you're putting out your songs, but the song, and this is not like the bangers you had before. This is a situation where you can't find another hit song, or you think you're hype over yourself, or you're on tour. I need you, Rygin King, to come on this video and tell me, and come in and tell me why you're not dropping those bangers. Because honestly speaking, we can see it clearly that you don't have no more bangers, and it is proven over the years that you have a few bangers. But since lately this year, 2019, there's not even a one hit song from you, not even a song that is really recognized at any party scene. Because I go to party all over the island, and nobody really listening to Rygin King. But when you're playing the party, they get quite a lot of money pull up. You know what I mean? So I think you should find back those songs, and you'll be back in contention for one of the artists who can be the front runner. Because honestly speaking, you have the ability to be one of the front runner. But remember, when you're bossing Rygin King, everybody has to come take off from this man and that man. But where are you now, Rygin King? You're a good artist, don't get me wrong, you're a very, very good artist. But you need to find a rhythm, a formula, or something to get back on track. Because remember now, Rygin King, you're a young artist fairly, and you don't have a catalog, so you cannot lay back and think you can't be a big artist. You can be a big artist, but you need to find a few more hit songs over and try to pass a 3-year test. Because as far as I can see, you have not passed in that test yet. And for you to be a big dancehall artist, to be a giant in this dancehall thing, you need to pass a 3-year mark with all hit songs, and people continue talking about you. But Rygin King, you're on a good track still, but don't come and disrespect bloggers and feel like. And another thing, Rygin King, this is the second time around, so you need to know what you're doing, because you know what? If you continue this in the bloggers will know that you're a big joker and you're a clown, and they would not take you serious any time after you continue this stuff. And if you have a lot of yes men around you, don't take them yes every time. But you need to ask valuable sources what you think. Even if you do a song, you can link the bloggers in their inbox and see how this sound really make the bloggers get true understanding about the song, and a true everything about the song. Just give you a true run through the song, and make you know what is what. Because if you have a lot of yes man, even if the song is a big fuckery, then what they'll say, yes DJ this, yes DJ, you find it again, and when really until the song drop, everybody says it's a fuckery song, Because the yes man we have around you, I tell you be a fuckery and you're not go say a fucker because the yes man them I go hype you up and really and show